and after we slept, we woke up, and Vera gave us all alcohol. No, Zoella gave us alcohol. Somebody gave us alcohol. We all drank.
There was
Alcohol
booze.
dispensed.
Well,
There
hey.
was
Morning alcohol.
drinking
Dylan
happened,
did not
and we
drink.
got drunk.
Yes,
Except for Dylan.
That's
Dylan
a
is
good
sober.
thing. Good boy.
Dylan is sober. I can't speak for the rest of us.
Y'all did agree to
I
go
don't think there
further
was
into the
enough
jungle.
alcohol to get people drunk, just enough to make things feel less.
Just gotta take the edge off a little bit, man.
It can produce up to a gallon, I think. I don't know how much a gallon is.
It's a lot.
That is a lot of booze.
A milk jug full of alcohol.
Is it beer or?
It would probably be whiskey, yeah, something hard.
Oof.
Oof, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We'll just
Milk
start putting it
jug
into our
whiskey.
flasks.
But between like 8 of us.
That's a lot.
That's true. We'd
so
all be
low.
drunk at least.
If we drink.
We don't have to drink
But-
at all.
I was definitely not going with, like, getting sloshed. I was just a couple of Irish coffees, not...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going that crazy. We're not drunk because
We're
we're
not that
already too
stupid.
stupid without being.
Somebody
to
would have
Google,
had
yeah.
to. In that case, somebody would have had to stop Talia because otherwise they don't know.
I
Talia,
think
don't keep
Diona was only doing one Irish coffee per person.
Okay.
I think
Most
Lena
of
would
them said
probably
think
kind
she
of.
doesn't have enough coffee to actually make more. And also, we're going into a unknown clusterfuck of a situation.
Yeah.
Every situation we go into is an unknown clusterfuck of a situation, Jeff.
There is that.
And Susanna's
Yeah,
already.
but there's...
Has everyone joined as a player, please?
I'm getting yelled for to go lure on the fucking dogs.
Yes, I've
because
joined as a
clearly
player.
that's my job now.
Oh boy, I probably shouldn't have recorded so early.
It's fine.
Oops.
It's fine.
Italian.
I?
Have you ever... I can't do my Dylan voice then. Help. Have you ever been drunk before?
Say,
They sort of tilt the head. Vodka?
no, because Dylan's Russian, right? Or has Russian accent.
Dylan's... Oh god. Dylan's a mess right now.
He's more Russian now than he's ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
He used to talk like
episode,
me.
he gets more and more Russian.
Dylan is at peak Russian.
Every episode, I am more and more unable to do his accent.
No, it's because of his intelligence boost. It just made him more Russian.
Okay, thank you to the Soviet Union propaganda.
Dylan's a communist now.
No!
It's propaganda.
Anyway, so breakfast happens. Most of you, except for Dylan, now have a, let's say, semi-pleasant, just sort of loosening up of whatever the fuck went on yesterday.
It's fine. Everything is fine. Lovely breakfast.
As a note, Mercy does not imbibe in alcohol today.
I think Mercy should
That's
imbibe
very
some
good
alcohol.
thing.
Drink
She is a responsible adult. She will chaperone.
Oh my
wanna see what
god. Are you
Mercy
seriously
does.
trying to tell us that Mercy and Vera are the only responsible adults in this group?
Possibly.
I
Is
think
Vera the responsible adult?
I think that's a stretch.
Vera's
Well, she's an adult.
she's
is
an
an
adult. She's old as fuck, and that's all. That's all she has going.
And she's more responsible than the rest of us combined.
You know those
Somehow.
office
That's not saying an
toys
awful lot.
where it's like a bird that will like dip its beak in water.
Yeah.
That's what Zoella does to the cock. She just breaks
Oh.
Did
Are we letting the
give
Kenku
Zoella
have coffee?
Yeah.
coffee?
Fine.
It's fine. She'll be quicker.
Okay. Alright. Cool.
She's a
She'll
modification.
just-
It's fine.
She'll just be able to feel time for a bit. That's all.
Annihilate.
The sun can be seen peeking through the very tops of the canopy, but other than that, there is not much light. The statue in the clearing ahead of you is still clear, and the statue is still in relatively well kept shape, and the path extends past it. So you are on one side of the statue. The path continues on the opposite side of the clearing.
Do we dare to venture forward then?
I mean, we kind of have to figure out what's blocking the water. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to have crops.
Let's
We might be-
go.
We might
Let's
be past the whole
go.
water thing, if I'm honest. We might have, because we're a day into this journey already, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of a water source. So, right now, it seems that we are simply chasing an imaginary trail to find the
Well,
young Mr. Maxine.
you know, I could just send Mercy up for a minute, see if she can find anything above the trees.
Do you think it's safe up there for Mercy?
She's pretty quick.
Okay.
If I see any point of danger, I'll just pop her back. And Vias will
Alright.
send her up. I
Okay,
love
make a
candy.
perception check for Mercy.
Mercy is a good bird.
Make a
Mercy is a
perception
good bird.
Mercy. Perception.
No mercy, Percy.
Oh, that's a 22. Let's
No
do it
Percy
again.
Mercy.
Okay, yeah, that's
No
the best.
Percy, Mercy.
Let's do it
No
Beaten-
versus
Beaten to the comment by about 3 seconds.
Okay, which is your perception check?
Sorry, the
20
first one. I had rolled for advantage, but I guess that didn't.
All
yeah,
right.
it would have been the 22 and the 6, but yeah, the 22.
Okay. Anyway, with the 22, Mercy sort of takes off up into the upper canopy, and it takes her a minute to find her way through to like open air that she can properly maneuver through. But when she gets up there, for a moment it looks like it's going to be too thick for her to be able to see anything. It is a jungle canopy. That shit is kind of impenetrable.
Yeah.
But she does manage to get sight of the path ahead of you, and it looks fairly clear. How far are you sending her ahead?
Vias's idea was to get above the canopy and see if there's like a break, possibly, like where a water source would break through trees, kind of leave it open.
In the distance, she can see something that might look like that.
Is it in the same direction as the path?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then that's all he really wanted to know, so he'll pull her back down then. And probably, like, actually snap her to his location, so she
Okay.
doesn't have to weave through the trees.
She bamps back to you.
Alright, well, it looks like if we keep following the path ahead, it leads to possibly a water source. It's the closest thing we could see for that. So,
Okay.
want to continue ahead.
Following the path.
Sure.
All right.
Let's go.
You pick your way through this clearing of dead bodies and this statue that
Oh yeah, I forgot about the dead bodies.
Just ignore the dead bodies.
Vias says a quick prayer of "damn, that sucks to be you," and is on his way.
that's a very specific, highly religious prayer.
Yes.
Um,
Are any of them undead bodies?
I think we had checked.
You checked last night and it didn't seem so, but you could make another medicine check if you wanted.
I'd like to do that. Raven Queen doesn't like those kinds of things.
You may check as you please.
Dead guy check. Ooh, good job, Dylan.
How are the dead?
They're fucking dead.
Dylan is great at medicine checks. The fuck?
Yeehaw
Wow.
gamers, let's go.
What's okay?
Um,
I'm not even gonna ask.
You pass by this statue, and on the opposite side is the snake head of the statue. And you can almost feel it watching as you head into the forest, but if there's anything magical about it, nothing happens. And you're left with the impression that it is just a statue.
Dylan makes eye contact with the statue.
Bias just waves. Waves goodbye.
You know that thing? where it's like watching you, where you point to your eyes and their eyes, as well it does that to the statue.
It does not
Susanna
react.
ignores y'all fuckers and just keeps walking and pushing ahead to get out of this cursed clearing as fast as possible.
Zoella follows Miss Frizzle.
The
Why?
statue, if it can do anything, it does nothing.
Bless.
It might just be a fucking statue.
It's the chair of our
Translated as
game.
it's just a chair.
Yeah.
But is it?
But is
But
it though?
easy
Who's under the
It
chair?
healed
Maybe
us,
we-
it
maybe
must
we
not
should
just
take
be
it-
a statue.
Maybe we should take it with us.
It's
Quick,
a
somebody get shovel.
giant.
We should
Third-
take it with
it's like-
us.
It's a huge fucking statue.
Must be
No, I think
nice.
Sarah's onto something. I think we should take the
Diona's
statue with us.
strong.
Okay, but we should still take it with us.
Diana
No,
looks at
we'll
that
come back
and
to it.
just gives a no. I don't think I can lift that.
It's bigger than all of you.
That's fine.
It sounds like a challenge.
Good challenge.
That's what I'm staying for. Let's keep going.
It's a team building exercise.
Right. So you head deeper into the jungle. How are you moving through the jungle?
We should probably
Stealthily.
be stealthy, just in case
Stealthily,
something
we are
wants
moving
to
stealthily.
destroy it.
Stealthily.
Or at
Would
least
you
as stealthily
please
as we can.
arrange your tokens on this map in the marching order,
Bias is
and
going
each
in the
and
center.
all of you roll a stealth check.
I mean, I would say Lena's probably going near the front.
Bias.
Okay, if Lena's going near the front, Diana will go somewhat back.
I
Um,
rolled bad.
Dylan does not get back caboose privileges
And
anymore.
what caboose privileges, please, Ryan?
No.
I assume. Okay, so
did
Diana's
Lucy
gonna be
go?
up
Hold
near the
on.
back. Probably put Vera behind Dylan and figure out what and figure out if Talia wants to be in the middle or taking point. Frankly, Diana would prefer Talia to be in the middle at the moment.
Yeah, Talia will take middle.
Yeah.
Susanna has back privileges because she didn't run into a murder temple.
Yes.
No, Susanna has back privileges because she's a sniper.
That's true too, but
Also,
she
it's-
really has back privileges because she didn't run into the murder.
It's too much trouble to not let her be in the back.
Yeah.
The back is the best place for her.
Thanks, Talia, for an amazing stealth roll.
Oh, that was
a lot
beautiful.
of 22s.
Well, I get to see what Diana's is, so
Hey, that's not too bad for
Hey,
Lena.
not
Yeah,
bad.
this is actually not bad comparatively.
Could have been worse.
Vera's pretty
also
solid.
PK, don't forget Susanna is at disadvantage on stealth rolls.
Motherfucker.
You know how I was joking the other day when we were playing how Lena rolled really well and I was using up all my good rolls ahead of my Sunday session? I totally used up all my good rolls ahead of the Sunday
Oh
session.
no.
The 12 is my actual roll because
Oh.
I'm at disadvantage. Thank you, Joe, for reminding
Oh man.
Hey, you're the one who said to.
I did. I was genuinely thanking you. I'm sorry if it sounded sarcastic.
We just don't know with you anymore.
I'm sorry that I can't speak normally. I only have sarcasm.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Not that it'll do us much good, but hey.
We did get one
What-
natural 20, so thank you.
So
very
what
much.
is the marching order? Friends
and
I think it's Lena in the front, possibly with Mercy scouting.
Yeah.
Zoella, Vias behind, Dylan, Talia, probably Vera,
God damn
and
it.
then Diana and Susanna bringing up the rear.
I do have guidance, and I keep on forgetting that. Can I give it to someone?
Not for the stealth check.
Okay.
However, is somebody keeping watch?
I think we're having Mercy keep watch.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Lena's perception is
Then
shit.
she can telepathically tell Vias what's up.
Please make me another perception check for her.
Alright.
Merception check.
Natural
Aha.
20.
Yes!
Hey!
Merception is perception.
Mercy is my favorite bird.
She's a good bird.
And yes, this is directly targeted at Marcus. Fuck Marcus.
Wow.
Hey,
Marcus.
what did you say about my boy?
Marcus is
Wow.
a
I
bird.
said
Leave him
Marcus
is
alone.
Marcus is a treasure.
Oh my god,
Ew.
he's one man's trash is another man's treasure, I guess.
Marcus
I
is
can't believe you just called him trash.
He's the
No!
best trash.
Don't say that about my
Aw.
boy.
Marcus is a very good boy. Why do you
I'm
think?
sorry, Josh. That wasn't very nice.
Marcus is perfect, excuse you.
He's a very good boy, I promise.
Mercy takes off into the canopy. And she's sort of is she staying below with you guys, trying to weave through trees, or is she
Yeah,
up
I
above
think
the
she would
treetops?
try and stay to the path we're taking. So just below the canopy of the trees.
All right, it is still quite a bit of a rough sort of movement.
Mm.
The tree line is very thick above your heads. You are about 4 hours into this day's journey when Mercy catches something, corner of her eye. It's hard to tell what it is from this distance. In fact, all she can really see is the foliage moving as something big slinks deeper into the jungle.
Is it walking away from them or our path or?
Yes, it is moving away.
Can Mercy roll a stealth check to try and follow it?
Mercy, don't be stupid.
I was including Mercy's stealth in the group stealth.
Okay.
Unless she wants to hide right now.
Which might be a bit of a nice trick, because I mention again, she is a bright white and...
Yeah.
She's got perfect camouflage for the jungle. What are you talking about?
Yeah, her stealth is not that good.
She doesn't know if she's been spotted.
Okay. Well.
But she lands on a perch and stays there.
Yeah, I think she would notify Vias, and then Vias will notify the group that are back a little ways that something big is a foot ahead, I guess. It looks like it's moving away from us, but we should be careful.
Lovely.
How big is big exactly?
What would I say about size-wise? Bigger than a horse?
Big enough to rustle trees as it passes.
Big enough to rustle trees? So, at least bigger than a horse.
Probably want to avoid that then.
That might be the thing that's guarding the weird
Could this
forest here.
be, by any chance, the mystical beast that we've been told is guarding this city of gold? Does anybody suppose that might be what?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of inferred, so,
Really don't think we should. I mean, I get that sort of. I want to stay away from.
Yeah, let's not poke the dangerous beastie.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's going to be able to discern between people who want to steal the gold and people who don't.
It's a good time. It's a bad time, actually. When I said good time, I meant a bad.
Well,
Yeah,
if we do want to find Max, that is...
Yes, we do want to find Max, but if there's any way possible to find Max without also happening to find the city of gold, that would be a dream come true. If anybody is listening, just putting that out.
I mean, what are the chances that Max came out here looking for the city of gold in the first place?
Pretty high.
So what are the chances of us finding him somewhere other than this supposed city of gold?
He might be really bad at finding places we don't know. He might just be awful. Like he might just have a horrid sense of direction. He could be lost anywhere else in this jungle. We don't know.
I mean,
Well,
we
I
could
think we should start
cling
with
to
the
that.
idea.
What was
Instead
that,
of
Aaron?
combing the whole entire jungle.
We should go find a beast.
Fine. And Vice is going to
This is
let
a terrible plan.
Mercy.
This is the worst plan we've had so far. Do you know how many terrible plans we've had?
We
We
could
have
get
plans?
all of them.
All of them. Exactly, Down. And this is the worst one.
I think Vice is going to
Well-
let Mercy do what she originally wanted to do and follow the damn thing.
Okay, make a survival check.
Alright, Mercy.
For the bird.
That's even 10.
She takes off in the direction that she saw the jungle kind of bend in the way of this thing, but it's somehow gone.
Nice.
She can't find hide nor hair of this thing.
Good news, the thing is gone, Vice says to everybody. Bad news, don't know where it is, even though it moved trees. So,
So we can teleport.
I don't
Cool.
think so.
Oh,
It's just not somewhere where Mercy can find it. Let's keep going.
Okay.
And Vias should still be able to pop her back, I believe. Or no,
Yeah.
we'll just say she can fly
Well,
back.
she can fly back and then you can panther. Like she gets back fine.
Okay.
However
Alright.
she gets back fine.
Okay. Cool. She will tuck herself in with Lena then.
Yeah. So, onward then?
Onward and upward, let's go.
Onward.
yay.
You follow this path deeper into the jungle. It is, to describe moving through a jungle, it is hard travel. Especially the deeper you get, the less and less defined this path seems to be, the more the vegetation seems to be overgrowing it. As if this part of the path past the clearing is far less traveled than the first half, or the first section. And yes, there is sunlight trickling down enough that you can see fine, but there are still long shadows cast by trees and leaves and plants. And more than once, you're kind of spooked by the sudden movement or sound of animals around you. The jungle is alive. There are bird calls and the footfalls of small jungle creatures. At one point, you think you see what might look like to be a panther, but then it's gone. On one hand, so unless you want to make a nature check, you can't really tell much more about the area.
Let's try that nature
I'll make
check.
a nature check.
I'm not even gonna try one because it makes no sense for Diana to have.
Yeah.
Vice's
Any
nature is not that
experience with
good.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no,
got
Lena
me.
knows nothing.
Nope.
Susanna is cursing in Orcish about her heels being terribly inconvenient for the terrain.
Oh, Susanna.
It's a fucking jungle. You don't know much about it, but whatever like mental idea you ever had of a jungle may or may not match. It's just kind of it's thick and it's heavy and it's humid. And more than once you get the sense of being watched.
Lena at some point is going to grumble, probably to Mercy actually, about how the book sounded much better than this. This sucks.
Mercy just nods her head and just gives a chirp.
Talia at one point smacks a mosquito on the back of their on like their arm, but it sucks. Jungle travel sucks, y'all.
Sucks.
Susanna has her fan out and is just desperately trying to fan away some of the humidity.
Yeah,
From her
Lena
17 years of
is not having fun under full chainmail in this weather either.
Yeah, I
this-
was
this
about to
full
say
chainmail.
Lena's probably suffering because chainmail in.
Veyra has
You-
chainmail too, so it's
Ooh.
sweaty.
And the
That's-
deeper you travel, the hotter and the more humid it seems to get.
So basically, the God Squad of the party is starting to smell pretty bad by now.
Yep.
You have no idea where the winter outside went. It seems as if you're in a completely other season inside this jungle. But the sun starts to set eventually, and you are sort of still on the path. You are getting closer to where Mercy said the water might be. But where Mercy had been able to see it kind of in the distance, the travel was harder, the terrain and the winding path, and having to sort of make sure you're still on it occasionally slowed you all down. Plus your more stealthed movement. You don't quite make it there in that day, and the sun starts to set. And when the sun starts to set in the jungle, it starts to get dark and quick.
So I think we're doing a moderately large fire and a torturing then.
Are we? Or are we, not trying to attract undue attention from anything that might take offense at us starting a fire in the jungle?
I mean, I don't know if a
Do
fire
you
is
want to be
wise.
completely blind?
Well, no, honey, I don't want to be completely blind, but I also don't want to get eaten for midnight snack. There's, I'm asking if you think it's the best. I'm not trying to state one way or another. I'm asking what you think the best solution is.
I mean, I could always light some incense and see if that would make the bugs go away. I don't know.
It's not so much the bugs I'm concerned about. It's
Oh, I'm concerned
Please,
about the
something
bugs. These
does-
bugs are a nuisance.
I know, I understand. I don't think we should set a fire. But
We at
we
least
should
need
elevate
torches, 'cause if
ourselves off
something-
the ground. It's not
We
good
can have some torches.
I agree with Diana.
Like
We
a
need
few-
torches.
A few torches is acceptable, but not a full big fire. Something we can quick if we need to.
And I
If
honestly
Zola
think
could speak, sorry. If Zola could speak, she would tell you that there's a reason it's called a rainforest.
I think Bias would suggest that we try and sleep maybe on top of the ground, not on it. Rainforests like this aren't that good to just lay in, It's
More
not good for the
insects,
bugs.
you mean?
Reasonable.
Well, that and the fact that there's like lots of things in here that could probably kill us.
Anybody got a hammock?
We have rope and blankets.
That
I could
sounds
probably
dangerous.
put a hammock together.
It's
You know
going to
what?
be kind of difficult to get out of, though, to find ourselves if we need to.
True.
No, hammocks are good
Might have-
fun.
Take that risk.
It was just a suggestion.
Not necessarily a bad one. Maybe some of us in the hammock, some not.
Whoever's on watch can be out of the hammock, and hopefully they will spend enough time distracting anything that might come our way for the people in the hammocks to get out of the hammocks. Is that suitable?
Talia goes, I mean, we used hammocks sometimes, not a lot. We were very used to sleeping actually in the trees. We could, just go for the tree itself.
What, you mean just tie ourselves into the trees?
They nod.
I don't think that's going to go super well
You know
for
what?
myself personally.
I mean, I could always turn into like a panther and just pull you up. I
No,
can
thank
climb.
you. That sounds horrifically undignified, and I could not handle it.
I
Oh, have
don't
fun.
necessarily hate Talia's idea, actually.
At least we would be able to see the floor. And if that beast thing comes through here, we're at least in a tree and it's not gonna stomp on us.
Yeah.
I'll stay on the ground.
Susanna, with all due respect,
Downey, you better
You're
not
not
say
being
anything
left-
about getting me up in that tree. Because I'm not going up in that tree. I'll shoot you before I let you take me up into that tree. And it'll hurt, too.
I do think the tree's the best option.
Well, y'all can enjoy your time in the tree, and I will stay down on the ground. Thank you.
and if it puts you at more risk,
Well, then I die, I guess, Donna.
No.
That's not an option, though.
I'll be perfectly fine. I can handle myself. Get up your tree.
Insight check.
Yes,
Insight check
same.
on what? Her saying that she can handle herself?
Yeah.
Roll
Okay.
an insight check.
Oh, Vice got a natural 20.
No, that's natural 1. That's what Vias
Well, Vias, Susanna is perfectly fucking is perfectly confident in her ability to handle her shit, and she's also 100% unswayable on this tree thing. Dylan, I don't know what the
Dylan gets distracted by like the caw of like some distant bird, and it's like, "Whoo, that sounds like Marcus." For a second, it doesn't
Dylan
sound like
completely
Marcus though.
forgets that he was suspicious of Susanna in the first place.
Oh my gosh. He's always suspicious of Susanna.
You think for a second that that bird sounds like Marcus, but it absolutely does not sound like Marcus.
less.
Myself.
Dylan's so stupid. I love him.
we love our dumb boy.
He's
He's
a good
trying
boy.
so
He's a
hard.
boy.
He's ours, damn it.
What a lad. All right. Susanna is staying on the ground.
Fine, then I'll stay there too. And Vias will hunker down. What you
Talia
think?
kind of glances between the two of you before they just kind of nod and go for a tree.
Hey, Talia, can you show me what I'm supposed to do with this tree business? Climbing trees isn't my strong suit.
They are already halfway up a trunk, and they go, oh, all right. And they sort of hop back down.
Vias will
and-
wild shape into a tiger. And he's gonna grab a rope. And he's gonna try and haul. Just like gesture with the rope, like I'll help you.
Oh, great, cool. Yay.
Yeah, I think
Talia.
Diana's just gonna start trying to climb.
All right, Diona, make me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Tiger stuff.
Lena,
Lena's probably
Talia,
gonna. Yeah,
Hmm?
sorry, go on.
Lena, not sorry, Talia kind of, after thinking about it for a second, like probably realizing they don't actually know how to teach someone how to climb a tree.
God.
Oh, bless.
They, it's just a thing for them. Like,
Yeah, they've never had to think about it. They just do it.
yeah, they just do it. They kind of, and they sort of show you how to kind of grab onto like different handholds and how to sort of use your own body weight as momentum.
I'm
I mean-
clicking the roll and it's not going through.
Oh no.
Give me a second. I'll do it via the bot because.
And
Lena's paying attention, and she's probably going to kind of try and copy bits and pieces, but Lena is very not dexterous.
she can also make an athletics check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was anticipating she was going to do it through kind of brute strength rather than actual
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah, the two of you make it up the tree. Lena, you try to like emulate some things Talia like does and has shown you in the last couple
Okay,
of
so it did
minutes.
go through.
You don't.
Yeah.
You find that you're just like your strength works for you. Like there's not like you don't
Yeah.
struggle with it. It's just it's not how you and your body want to move. So you just kind of end up brute forcing yourself,
Yeah,
even
I mean,
as
Uh,
Talia, like,
Diana
very.
doesn't try to follow that route. Diana it's very much like watching someone climb rigging.
And
Lena
Talia
is-
is their usual graceful self climbing up this tree.
yeah, Lena is very much of the tries hard, but doesn't necessarily succeed the way she wanted to.
She still gets up the tree.
Exactly.
Is anyone else trying to climb a fucking tree?
Zoella will.
All right, athletics or acrobatics.
Oof.
You pull. You're kind of short, so you can't quite reach the lowest branch on a tree to get yourself up there.
Yeah, I
And-
am sure. That's valid. That's fine. Can I find vines or something to use to help climb up with?
I think Diana is willing to drop her loop of rope down.
Also, I think Vias was trying to take a rope up as well.
Yeah, Vias was as a tiger trying to climb up there and at least assist people, because he's just gonna stay back down with Susanna after that.
All right, Fias, make a check to make sure you can climb. You can do it at advantage.
Tiger
'Cause tiger.
stats. What M&M? Let me see. Because I had it pulled up and then I didn't. That would be athletics, right? So strength?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
whichever is higher for you.
Yep, it's a athletics, so. Oh, that's not the best.
You have advantage.
Okay.
Because tiger.
Rawr. Better.
You get up just fine, and with him up there helping anybody out, y'all could make it an advantage if you so desire.
Do it.
That includes you, Zoella. You can roll a second time.
Oh, okay.
Nice, Dylan. Oh, yes.
Dylan's just.
Yeah, everyone gets up there. Dylan, you kind of Dylan kind of surprises y'all by moving kind of like how Talia moves.
Oh, bless
As
him.
he climbs up this fucking tree. It catches you off guard a little bit. You're not expecting him to move with that kind of grace, but here we are.
Also, Josh, you are very quiet.
Great. Hold on. One sec.
Take your time, dear.
Although I kind of love the contrasts in climbing styles, because I imagine Vias being tiger is that very upward leaps.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Can you hear me like better?
No.
It's about the same
No,
as it
you're
was.
still very quiet.
Did you check to make sure that your audio input is correct again? Maybe it got switched.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is correct.
Okay. Am correct.
Okay, I do have to briefly AFK one more time because I just need to,
Of course.
and then hopefully I will get left alone.
Susanna is quite content on the ground.
Vias
She's valid.
will climb back down and join Susanna. I suppose
Okay.
I should do a roll for that too? I don't know.
Sure. Roll for it.
See if he falls on his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 22.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
You leap from the tree like you're fucking made to.
Hell fucking yeah.
What's Vera doing?
She is watching this whole thing, and she is staying firmly on the ground.
Bless.
Because either she would have to take off her armor to climb, or she can stay on the ground.
Lena's
And-
climbing in chainmail.
Lena's younger and more spry than Vera.
I mean, she probably isn't, but okay, fair point.
Vera has a 0 modifier for Dex, so
Lena has Lena has -1 to Dex.
oh rip. Well, rip you. But yeah, I'm staying firmly on the ground.
Rip Lena, but I'm different.
No, rip Lena, I'm not different. I would fall down.
Vera,
Yes.
if we should get into a spot of trouble tonight because we are on the ground, and if I die, I need you to not let Talia eat me.
Can do, I suppose. I do have a spell, but it only lasts an hour.
To not be eaten?
No, well, yes, but to not die, possibly.
Okay. I'm confused, but I will accept. Like, I don't know what you're saying, but I'm sure you know what you're saying.
Out
So,
of character, it's magic circle, a 10-foot, 20-foot cylinder of magical energy appears on a visible point on the ground. I can block celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead from entering. Or they can't willingly enter by non-magical means.
Are you implying that Talia is Fae?
No, I'm just saying I can use this to keep creatures
But
from
they're
coming
gay.
into our.
Ah, okay. I was like,
No. This
yeah,
is
the,
to
the
prevent.
point of the circle is to keep Talia away from Susanna's corpse at all costs.
No, this is to prevent Susanna from becoming a corpse in the first place. But like I said, it only lasts an hour. So.
You understand why I went, what?
Right,
What's
I
this
can
plan
see,
here?
I can see how that might be confusing based on the context. That was.
It's fine.
I was like, you do realize Talia is like a mortal elf here. This isn't
I mean, technically, they
changeling
have
bullshit.
Fey ancestry.
Well, yeah, but on the
Technically-
whole, they qualify as mortal for
Yes,
that.
that
Can
is
we
very
have a
true.
modified magic circle just to exclude Talia?
No. What?
Once again, it would only last an hour, but
Like, only an hour of
What did
Talia
I just
exclusion.
come back to?
Okay. Could a sorcerer use meta magic to exclude Talia from the magic circle?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
we're not sorcerers also.
Yeah,
Right, but I have a
We're not
backup
sorcerers,
character.
and also that's mean.
That is
It is mean, but Susanna doesn't want to get eaten, so
I won't let them eat you.
thank you.
Bias as a
I
tiger
do
licks
appreciate
his
it.
lips.
Bias, that's not funny. Also, I know you wouldn't eat me.
He just seems very pleased with himself.
You pray over my body or some weird. I don't know what you would do, but it would be strange. It wouldn't be eaten though. I'm for sure.
He gives you a toothy tiger grin with them big
Okay, that's
fangs.
very disconcerting. Are we doing watches? Are we the watches? Are we a rotation of the watches? Are they watching up there? I don't know what's happening.
I'll take first watch, I guess.
Someone
Okay.
will assist you in that.
Bless.
From in the tree.
Yeah, she will look up from in the tree and then caw really loudly if shit gets real.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Solid perception.
So you roll with advantage.
What was that? Okay. What are we rolling? Excuse me?
For
Sorry,
watch,
night watch?
for evening,
Watches.
Okay.
the not get dead, so Talia won't eat my corpse roll.
Yeah, that too. I assume that's included in the perception check.
Yes. It is. Vera, it sets. Do you have any light on you, or is it just dark?
I mean, I have dark vision.
Okay, I was checking if you had a torch for flavor text reasons.
We talked about
Yeah, we did talk about putting up
Torches.
torches.
Yeah, I think doing a couple of staggered torch ring as much as we could for those of us who do not have dark vision, of which I think there are actually 3 of us who don't have dark vision, because I don't think Kenku can see in the dark either.
I also have a very quick question. Did the people in the trees go to the same tree or different trees?
I was kind of assuming same tree if possible, but I don't know how viable that would be.
Not for all of you.
Yeah.
I'd say Lena would kind of go to a neighboring tree, but still kind of within seeing distance of everybody else.
I think Diana tried to trail Natalia,
Okay.
because they know what they're doing in something like this.
Yeah. Zoella?
Zoella will probably be in wherever the rope was dropped from, I guess, in that.
That's probably a different tree. So it's Lena in one tree, Diana and Talia in one, and Zoella in another.
Okay, then
Where's Dylan?
I don't know.
Dylan and Zoella would be in the same tree if they both. Josh? Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Did you use the rope to get up in the tree? Yes. Okay. So it is.
No, I think I heard I used my hands.
Well,
Bias.
Vias
Did you
helped.
say Bias?
Okay.
Because Vias was a tiger and brought a rope up
Yeah.
with him, so.
So I'm gonna say it's Lena in one tree, Diana and Talia in another, and then Zoella and Dylan in the last. Which means I also. Oh boy.
That's never a good sound from the DM.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
Big uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Big yike, in fact.
Whoopsie doodle.
We're gonna fucking die.
Vera, you see something shift in the trees. Like there's sort of a like you have dark vision, which means you can see things sort of in black and white. And in the distance there is movement, like something that you had thought at one point was just part of the underbrush now moves and creeps around the back side of your campsite. And you lose it at points. And then just as you finally manage to sort of lock your eyes on this mass, you're not quite sure what it is. It looks scaled, maybe? It is going to.
Oh my
that
god.
hits Lena's armor class, doesn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
oh my god.
Oh no.
Excuse me. Why that?
No.
Lena's gonna die.
Oh my god, we fucking dead.
Shouldn't have worried about Talia eating Susanna's corpse, because Talia will also die.
Lena, you're
Holy
woken
shit.
from
Holy shit.
sleep
Oh.
as something crunches into you hard.
Oh my
That is more than Lena's hit points. Half of Lena's hit points in one attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It crunches onto you, and it pulls you from the tree, and you
Okay. Okay, go for no. Hang on. Lena's gonna hellish rebuke in a second, but go for it first.
Okay. It pulls you from the tree. It doesn't manage to keep a hold on you, but it pulls you from the tree, and you fall, and you're gonna take extra 3 points of damage
Oof.
as you hit the fucking ground hard.
Hellish rebuke. Straight
Uh,
away, got response to the action.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh God, do I have to?
Yes, to know if you
Lena
know
can
where it is.
also see in the dark.
Yeah.
16.
It's literally biting her. Wouldn't she know where it is?
Well, it drops her this next second. It could be gone now. Because it did attack you, you do generally know where it is, and as it starts to move again, you can sort of hear it, but you can't exactly see any particular part of its body right now. So make your attack at disadvantage.
I mean, it's hellish rebuke, so it's a
Oh, it's a
save.
DC?
On their part.
Right. Okay, so yeah, I'll let you have that. Dex save.
Which it fails.
Okay,
2d10?
how much damage does it take?
It takes 17 points of fire damage.
Excellent. Okay, good to know. The movement stops as... What does your Hellish Rebuke look like? I have a question.
She just kind of I haven't actually thought about that. She's kind of screams at it and throws her hand up defensively, and just kind of this kind of bluish purple flame kind of covers her hand and an arm and then shoots forward and hits it. And Lena's eyes go wide. I would say anyone who's kind of within about 30 feet can just see Lena look shocked as this happens.
The light, the fire comes from your hand, and it catches glinting scales, and in the blue light, the color is dull and you can't quite make it out, but it is shiny, and the bit in front of you looks like a very, very large front claw. It is huge. And it jerks its foot away in that moment, and you hear this and then it is gone from your sight.
Fuck shit.
Was
Are
that
we
enough
awake?
to wake the rest of the group?
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
we're
everyone
awake
else is fucking awake now.
Fuck was that?
Ow! Ow!
Oh my god, are you okay?
I'm
Oh dear.
ow.
Vias will
That
run
was
over.
big and it was mean, and what the hell happened with my hand? That was different.
Is there anything visible to shoot currently?
Make a perception check.
Vias
We're
is going to give
gonna-
you 2 healing lights, by the way.
Oh. I mean, Lena can heal herself. She's just busy feeling sorry for herself at the moment.
But that was a lot of damage to take, so there you go. You get 6 points.
Hey, thank you.
You don't spot anything, BK.
Okay. Suzanne
I
is
will give you
still stood up
another-
and pacing around with her gun in her.
Another 10 points of healing.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm gonna drop another 5 as well for lay on hand.
Bless.
which is not bad.
Talia Tully doesn't get out of the tree, but they do come down to a lower branch to see what's going on.
What happened?
It was big, and it was I don't know if it was just mean or defensive, and we were in its territory, but it bites really fucking hard, people.
It.
Ow.
Also, some of that damage, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was 9 poison damage on top of 18 piercing.
Okie doke.
Just so you're aware. You are not poisoned, but you could certainly feel the difference in damage.
Okie doke. It's also possibly venomous. And that feels kind of icky in my arm. I don't feel very rested. Can anyone see anything? Because I can't see shit.
I can't see anything. There's nothing out there as bad I can see. It could be in this.
Check with disadvantage.
Hmm?
Oh, can I make a perception check with disadvantage?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll attempt one as well.
Oh,
But even with the
disadvantage
torches.
indeed.
So will Talia.
I think Lena will as well, but
Heck it, let's just do mercy. That's still bad. That's an 11.
yeah, Lena can't see anything.
What about bias?
None of you can
Nope.
see anything.
We're blind as bats. Fuck.
I mean, do you think it went away or
Probably not.
yeah, too much to wish for. I think we should probably maybe
Move.
build the
We should
fire
move.
up. Well, where to? Where?
Back away. Out.
We can't leave.
Yes, we can. Are you kidding me?
Susanna,
We're
we're still
2 days
going to be
in.
in the forest.
We can take 2 days to get out.
Yeah, and 2 days where it can be chasing us the entire time.
And what do you
Yeah.
think's better, going deeper into its territory down?
Well,
Don't know that this is its territory.
What-
To be
Well,
fair,
it
I'm
bit you out of a
guessing.
tree to make a point. I think we can be pretty darn sure that it's its territory.
well, we thought it saw us during the day. If it doesn't want to attack in the day, we should be okay. We just have to make it through the night.
Lena almost didn't make it through the night. I don't understand your point.
My point is, we can't back out now.
Why not?
We'll be traveling in the dark. That's not safe.
Well, we can. There's no.
We build up the fire here, and we keep moving in the day.
And we'll see what we want to do in the daylight. But
I'll
right
tell you
now,
what we want to do in the daylight. We want to get out in the daylight.
Susanna, we're not going to go back right now. We're
We
too
might
far in.
right now, apparently, because we all have a death wish. But
Or in the morning, we're gonna go look for the water source. We came here for that. If we leave now, everything will be pointless. So we're going to
sometimes
go
we do
ahead.
pointless things in life. It happens all.
Yes, but usually that's for leisure time, you know?
Hey,
Or
wait,
we
is
make
it
bad
leisure time
decisions.
for you? Well, I must have been mistaken. I mean, it's not work we're being paid for, so in my opinion, that's.
Susanna, do I need to remind you that you're the one that wanted to do this for no pay?
I just wanted to. Never mind. Build up the fire. I don't.
Don't
I
worry
think we need
about
to
it.
build up the fire. I think
Okay.
everything else can wait until the morning, and
Let's
we'll
just
see what
rest.
happens before then.
Yeah.
Susanna, can I borrow your shovel?
Yes, you may borrow my shovel. You may
'Cause I
also
think
borrow
you're
my lighter if it would make it easier.
I have some spare
I think you were
torches.
gonna need a pit first.
Yeah.
Susanna hands over the shovel
Yeah.
that she conceals within her 17 layers of skirt.
Yeah, Dan is gonna basically mark out a moderately sized fire pit and just start taking it down to where it's not going to set the foliage on fire?
Yeah, Talia helps you out with that, just in terms of clearing and finding decent rocks for.
Yeah,
Whatever
so will-
Vias can
so
do
will
with his
Lena.
druid craft, he will help ebb some of the brush.
Will he though?
What
say
did you
Suzanne's
say?
pacing around.
I just
With
said
her-
that Vias would try and help with the use of druid craft, if that's possible. Try and
The
ebb some of the foliage.
The plant life seems to resist you, but it goes.
Interesting.
I'd say Lena at this point is kind of looking for deadfall, big kind of branches that can be driven into the ground and have torches strapped to the top of them.
Between the four of you, it goes fine.
We are able to make a
Yeah.
moderately large fire and
Talia
torches so that
insists that, like, they know how to build a fucking fire very well.
Just make it go quicker, and then we can all
And
rest again.
it is big and roaring, and there are torches now. And you can see now in an area around you the light spills out. But for the moment, it is clear.
Yeah. Because it already clearly knows we're here. We might as well raise our chances as much as we can.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Now, are we training again or staying on ground level?
Talia is already halfway into the tree.
I'm gonna stay down here this time, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to stay down here.
Dylan goes into a tree.
Noella also trees it.
Lena's gonna sit kind of with her back to the fire as well.
All right. Who's
Yeah,
on
I
watch?
think Diana's gonna go on
Susanna
go
can
trade
watch.
as well.
Vias
All
will
right.
also be on
Make
watch.
a perception check.
So take that with advantage.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Nice.
Nice.
24 is her magic number. Oh, she's 24. That makes sense. I'm so smart, guys.
Now that the light is roaring, you can see out the trees, but you can't see anything for the span of your watch.
Cool. Good times.
We're doing great.
This is wonderful.
You're alive, and that's what matters.
Talia hasn't eaten me yet.
Are we taking
Talia's
third
not
watch?
gonna eat you. I think Diana will help someone.
Third watch.
Lena will take a watch, but Lena's perception is shit.
So between Diana and Lena.
Diana can't see in the dark.
It's pretty bright. Neither can Susanna.
It is pretty
So-
bright now.
So, okay, I'll take the advantage then.
Okay.
Go for it.
You see nothing. The
Yeah.
night and into the morning is peaceful and quiet. There is no hint of the thing that attacked Lena.
That is less comforting than it should be.
And the sun rises once again as the fire starts to die.
Yeah. Diana's gonna start. Once we have daylight, Diana's gonna put out as much of the fire as she can, but leave enough to use as a cook fire.
Yeah. Easily done.
Yeah.
Lena, Vias, and Susanna, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Everyone
Yeah, I
who's-
was wondering about that.
Everyone who's within 10 feet of me gets a bonus, which will probably be both of them because we're all on the floor at the moment.
Wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a plus. Sorry, plus
21.
3, not plus 3, not plus 4.
Fuck.
Oh, PK.
God damn it.
I mean, mine's a 10 with the plus 3.
So
Yeah. So
10,
So is mine.
10,
and
21.
24.
24.
I got 21 plus whatever the heck. So 25.
So Vias
Lena.
is still okay.
Vias
Lena's
don't
Vias is
care
fine.
about money.
I need to DM both Susanna and Lena.
Ooh.
Oh,
My
identity
favorite. And by
secret.
my favorite, I mean my least favorite.
Oh, if you think this is your least favorite, you don't want me to DM.
Joe, I've never wanted you to DM.
Wow, okay.
I'm sorry, that was really mean and I feel really bad saying it, and I need you to know that it was entirely a joke and I feel terrible.
Oh my god.
So it just means that when I'm co-DMing Corwick for you that I need to be pulling some bullshit.
No, it means you are not allowed to pull any bullshit without my say-so, actually, in that particular.
Oh god.
I have DM'd the two of you. And for the rest of you that have already failed and received that particular effect,
It's stronger.
it is stronger.
God, is Vias the only one that made it? Who else made it?
Yes.
Oh
Vias is the only one who has not had a sudden priority readjustment.
no!
Sorry, guys, I just had to take my headphones off for a hot second here. I'm back.
Okay, Josh has to head out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
See ya.
Josh is fucking dead.
Zoella's just really pumped to find the city of gold in the morning.
Vias don't give a shit. Who gives a crap about the city of gold? We don't need gold.
Susanna, yeah, Susanna will, once everybody's sort of awake and, functional, Susanna will say, everyone, I want to apologize about my behavior last night. I was being very rude. I was being very unreasonable, and you are all right. We have come too far to back out now. We need to keep going.
Alright.
I can understand. It was
It was a harrowing situation.
It was
But I'm glad-
unacceptable behavior, and I do apologize for it.
But we're all in agreement now that we definitely need to find this city.
We definitely need to find the city.
We need to
Yeah.
find the waterway and then the boy. Vias.
Yeah.
City.
Who is
Which will
probably
be
in the city. Lena was right about that. The boy is almost certainly in the city.
Let's just find the other thing first. We don't need to go hunting for trouble. Again.
We are hunting for the boy who is most likely in the city.
I mean, chances are he went to find the city if he knows it's out here.
That's very true, but we don't need to be going there if we don't.
We'll see.
We are hunting for, and Zoella pauses for a second, the city.
So,
Well, you are a strange creature.
So, breakfast.
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 Do we still have those 16 eggs favorite pots?
I think they got used pretty early because Diana
Yeah.
does not have a way to keep them fresh for.
Yeah, I mean, we were on the road for about a week.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true.
They're long gone.
Yep.
They love them.
Yeah, but I think Diana did buy a lot of like road tack worthy,
Yeah.
like veg
got-
that will keep for a
Yeah.
while in her bag.
Yeah,
And
like hardtack,
Sure.
beef jerky.
and
Yeah.
Anything.
oh no, I'm not talking hardtack. I'm talking things that will keep in her bag, but that will actually taste pretty good.
Oh,
no.
so nice to it.
Anything we could forage in here, anything fresh,
Make a nature check.
without leaving the sight of other people.
And without
Make a
being
nature
poisoned.
check. This is a very untouched pathway,
Nope.
so there might be things.
Ooh, I
Uh,
would.
Found some rocks.
Can I
you
look?
certainly.
Rock
Yeah, you
soup!
found some dirt and some rocks, and you found some plants that you're not sure if they're edible or not, but you
Oh,
don't
wow.
want to test it.
Impossible, Vice did even worse.
Well, I mean, honestly, if there's no,
Find
she
some
wouldn't.
dirt.
She's
We should
Sure.
not eat any food we foraged from in here. That's for damn sure.
It is also warmer now than when you woke up, when you went to bed.
Trying to see jump shoes, Mom.
Zoella, you find some good shit.
She
You
just
find
walks
like
up eating a bunch of berries.
Yeah, you find like a patch of berries.
Does
She will
Zola
offer the
share
berries.
them?
She will offer them.
Aw.
I think Diana's gonna grab some of them. Grab. Depending on how much Zola brought back.
Yeah. After after people have eaten them for a moment, she'll pretend to have a heart attack and fall down.
Make a performance check.
Oh my god.
I was wondering where you're
What
going
a
weird
dick.
because you got those in, right?
It sucks. Her eyes are still open and she's kind of wiggling on the ground where she landed on a stick.
And she's like looking around to see if you guys are looking at her.
Bayra will play along and like
Yes, I
pretend to
will.
like rush over and
So will Lena, like a full-on, oh my goodness!
just immediately like pretend to cast spells and
Oh my god.
Bless.
Yeah, Lena's
That
gonna
is so fucking cute.
She gets back up. The moment has passed.
What the fuck just happened? I talked to my mom for 0.2 seconds and there's some weird dramatic thing going on.
So
Thank you,
found edible.
Allhammer, you're all right.
So
I was very worried.
What kind of edible what?
So edible berries, and then after a while, because she ate them first, and then she pretended to have a heart attack after everyone else had had some.
Pretended very badly.
Pretended really badly, but Lena and Bayra played along.
God bless her. Oh my god.
I think Diana takes a rough handful of berries, like tries one to sort of get an idea of the flavor, and does a bit of a
They're not the sweetest fruit you've ever had, but they're like up there.
Yeah. Okay. So probably does them with a little bit of honey in the pot, sort of making something that can be spread over campfire.
Ooh, like a little jelly. A sweet jelly.
It's like a hot
Yeah,
compote
it's a
for
little
your
bit sweeter than she'd like to make, but it's at least.
Yeah.
Don't need any sugar in it at least.
It'll make the bread taste better.
Breakfast is bomb.
It is bomb.
As always.
Dope.
Why does this taste better than stuff I've made in my own kitchen?
Can't we just climb up tree out of character? Couldn't we just climb up trees and like take bird eggs or something?
If you wanted to try to look for them.
Nah, I'm good. They probably are happy with their babies.
It's also the middle of winter, but then again, seasons don't really tend to be a thing in the jungle, so you're not sure if there would be any eggs this time of year.
I think Diana actually seems to she's still got the primary pieces of her armor. She's still got but there's also basically stripping off anything of the studded leather that isn't.
Yeah.
She definitely still has the gorget and probably the breastplate. She's disregarded the braces and.
Susanna leaves on every layer of her disgusting, sweaty clothing. We die like men.
Vias is totally fine. He's used to the heat.
Susanna might die of heat stroke before she dies of the moment.
I mean, he lived in an oasis.
This is very humid.
He lived in an oasis desert, so.
Talia also seems to be fucking living it up in this heat.
Yeah.
You don't know where their boots went.
Hey, that's fine. We got them to agree to the boots while it was snowing. That's fine.
That's fine.
The most you see of Vias trying to cool down is that he has taken off his cloak. So he's just in that skin tight, shirt kind of thing. No sleeves.
Susanna's veil is plastered to her forehead with sweat, and it's just disgusting. Susanna is revolting, right?
You know what? I believe she's keeping up with her style, though.
Mercy just
Yeah.
like perches on your shoulder and just bats her wings a few times.
Like calling you a dumbass.
Yeah, she's just kind of cooling her off, trying her best.
I think Diana does actually have, and you can see that the two pieces of the breastplate have actually been laced together, but it's not as tight as she normally wears them. And you can see that she's got shirts sort of tied at the back. Because hell, if Parker is going to give me air that is this damp, Diana's going to take the chance to actually breathe decently.
Yeah,
The
it is.
amphibious.
Yeah. It's still not, like breathing in water, Diona. Like, it's not
But
perfect.
it's a little bit better than relying only on the air.
Yeah.
Which since everyone except Zoella has seen this, Zoella, you are able to see through where the gaps in this breastplate have been laced and it hasn't been pulled tight. You're able to see these fine, dark gray lines against her skin that seem to be shifting and moving slightly.
Oh, that's cool.
Gills. She has gills.
Yes.
Oh,
They basically follow the line of her ribs. But since Zoella hadn't seen it before, I figured it would be nice to give you the.
Yeah.
yeah. There had to be someone.
Anyway, so are we heading deeper into the forest? Or are we leaving?
Absolutely, we gotta find that city.
We
Yeah.
have to find the city.
the river.
And
Which
also
one?
the
We have to find the
city.
water source and the city.
The water source and maybe the city.
I'm sure the water source is
In the
part of the
city.
city.
I am pleased as fucking punch right now.
Why is this the only voice of reason? This is awful.
I hate.
This is not good.
I was wondering if you were gonna make the others re-roll the priority readjustment. Like I was actually about to PM you and go, "Hey, is that a?"
Yep. It is every 2 days.
Ah.
Well, no, it's proximity. It's proximity.
I'm disgusted by you, Parker.
You failed the save, buddy.
I know. I failed it by so much,
delighted.
which is why I'm so bitter.
You start to head deeper into the jungle, and again, it is hot and is getting hotter. And the path is getting
Hey guys,
harder.
I'm gonna go. Sorry.
She had to go all of a sudden.
Okay.
Who had to go?
PK, I think.
Oh boy.
Ruh-roh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Situation.
Also, since I am having Diana in about half the armor, should I just knock her armor class down by 1?
Sure. And
because
it's
obviously that's a great idea when there's a goddamn murder beastie.
Yeah. It's hot and it's sticky and it's humid. And you keep walking and the path is getting harder and harder to follow, but it's still there. Like it is still just barely there. And then suddenly, almost without warning, the trees break and you are on the bank of a river. Well, not actually. You are on the path that you are in breaks from the trees and sort of starts to hit like it's a rocky outcropping. You are on the top of a rocky outcropping, and at the bottom is the river. And the path sort of leads a little bit to like against the cliff face, like against the cliff edge, until it can head down towards the river.
Yeah. Well, we found the water.
That's good.
That's good. I mean,
do we want to see if we can find whatever blockage it is?
I think that's a good idea.
Is the water presumably flowing at this point?
The water is not.
Okay.
So the
So, I
situation
mean,
for the water, would it be?
It's a dry riverbed.
Okay.
There's a
Oh.
little bit of trickling, like you can see a little bit, like it's like a very small stream, but it's a dry riverbed.
Well, should we follow the riverbed?
sounds
Seems
like a
it.
plan.
Follow the
Just around the riverbed.
just around the riverbed.
Follow the yellow brick.
So you start to head down across this cliff edge. And as you get down towards the river, the path starts to follow the river upstream. And as you move, the jungle kind of creeps in at places and then creeps back out and in and out until once again you are sort of pushing your way through the trees beside the river. I need somebody to make me a perception check.
Vias could probably pull Mercy out and do a thing.
Talia will assist.
Okay. How is he?
Yeah, Diana's also willing to make one.
Mercy got that 21.
Although she's probably going about it a little bit differently. She's probably actually, I'm basically trying to sort of take advantage of the fact the ability is call to wave.
Mm-hmm.
And see if Diana can sort of get a sense for where there is the water.
Okay.
If you won't allow it, I'm fine with that. But
read me the description.
Oh god, give me a moment to get my
or just put it in the
Genasi
chat.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have not actually filled down a sheet properly. So I need to actually get Elemental Evil open to be able to give you that. Oh god, I can't actually remember where else Genasi showed up. I think that... No, I think it's just in Elemental Evil that they showed up. Okay, I am not happy with that.
Also, by the way, I'll probably have to leave in about 10-20 minutes or so. I don't know. My mom is making dinner, so we'll have to see how long.
I'm getting to the sleepy stage as well.
Yeah,
So.
we're gonna. I kind of want to.
Yeah.
Gotta resolve this particular scene and then.
Yes. Yep.
I'm getting it open. I'm sorry.
I have it on D&D Beyond. No, you cannot.
Okay, that's fair, but you can sort of see why I was trying to.
But no, absolutely not.
Yep, that's fair. But you can see why I was.
Yes, I can. Diana, you're concentrating on water. Vias, in the tree line, again you see it. And this time, it is closer than you have. You see it for the first time. And it is covered by trees and foliage, and you can't quite get the larger shape of it. But you see what looks like a very large, long, 15-foot tail covered in green scales, sort of, and it is gone again into the trees.
Can Mercy follow after it?
Make a survival.
Come on, Merce. That's an 8. No.
Nope.
She's bad at those. Holy shit.
Again, it seems to blend in with everything around it.
Mercy's
There are
the
no
fuck
tracks to
bad.
follow.
So, question, just so we know. Is Lena fully recovered after the...
Yes, Lena is fully recovered.
Okay.
I mean, I was assuming that because we rest.
Yeah, but I was just verifying in case Parker decided to have some shenaniganery happen.
Shenanigans
True.
always happen in this group.
The path, at some point, the path turns, and you can see what looks like the very old and crumbling shape of a bridge that is still across the river. It is still intact. You can walk across it, but it looks quite old. And the path sort
Well,
of
is the
veers
riverbed
away.
still dry?
Yes.
Okay.
And the
So if
path
we need
sort
to
of
cross it, we don't need the goddamn bridge.
you don't. But it veers away from the river and into the jungle.
Well, hey, bridges have roads, and roads lead to cities.
A bridge in that kind of condition probably doesn't lead anywhere.
Well, no, but the road
And-
won't.
We probably want to follow the river some more. To find the source
No,
of the
I think the road's a better idea.
Road's safer, surely. Easier to see things coming at us.
What if I send
I
Mercy
think
down?
Susanna kicks up a fuss about having to walk it through the jungle, not on the path.
How about I send
Yeah,
Mercy
that's
a
true.
little ways down the riverbed and see if she can find anything?
Well, I mean, I suppose. I don't know that it's necessary to put her to that effort, but I suppose.
I mean, we're trying to also find why the river is dried up in the first place, and the best way to find that is the source. At least that's me thinking logically enough.
Talia kind of shrugs, and they kind of wander up to the bridge and just start kind of inspecting and poking at it.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, Mercy. You ready for another fly? I'm sorry. He'll send her off again. I guess perception, right?
Yep, make a perception.
15.
The riverbed stretches and goes on and twists through the jungle. But it doesn't seem like she's getting anywhere closer to what could be called the source of it at all. It's a very long waterway.
That's fair.
So, I do have one important question.
Yes,
The ground seems to be mostly
dry.
dry. Like this, because we know this wasn't something that happened recently, but sort of
Yes.
this far along, it's still mostly dry except for the little trickle.
It is still mostly dry.
Okay, I just wanted to sort of get a time scale, if we could, but
I still think the roads are best bet.
I agree. How do we even know that it's a blockage that's stopping this? The river, that is. I mean, it could be magic. It could just be that the river's changed course further upstream. They do that, right?
Talia nods.
I mean,
Yeah, they do.
even then, it wouldn't be to this extent. We would see a difference.
Well, I mean, if somebody had just blocked the river, then we'd see a lake or something, surely, or it would have moved path. Surely
Or
that
underground.
more of us. Well, if it's underground, then we might never find it, and it might never come to the surface again. Or it could be magic. It could be. All I'm saying is the
Well,
path's right there.
if it's magic, magic can be dealt with.
Well, either way,
But
it needs to be dealt with. I suppose I'll just let Mercy kind of do her thing, see what she can find. At least, I guess we can follow the road. for a small amount of time. It's honestly a other option. And so far, she hasn't seen much.
All right. Talia nods and is already starting down that path. Like
Yeah.
they're moving
Um,
kind of quickly.
Hi, motherfucker. Sorry for the interruption.
Are you okay?
I am okay. Everything is resolved. It's
Hello,
okay.
Master.
I think we're actually about to wrap up though. So
That's valid.
But we're still going for a little bit longer. Let me finish this.
Okay.
See. The All right. Bye, Sarah.
See ya.
Right, Sarah.
If you keep following the path, the jungle continues for 10, 15 more minutes, and then the trees break once again. And there's a small bit of cleared space in front of you, and then a little bit ahead rises stone and whole and glittering with metal what looks like the curved wall of a city. Its gate made of wood and stone, and again there's like something glittering in the construction that is caught by the sun. They rise 30 feet above you, and there's a stream, almost as if the river has turned again on itself, that it passes right in front of the gates and around the other side of the city.
Well, that's the river.
Talia's eyes go wide, and they're already sort of going out into the clearing towards the gates.
yeah,
Oh,
I think
dear.
Diana follows. There's a bit of a mutter of something, and she does kind of follow.
Yeah.
She's not as much focused on the gold itself, on like the glitter of the,
Mm-hmm.
but
Vias
more on
calls
as
Mercy
much of the
back
big
to
picture
him.
as she can.
Susanna will take Vias's arm and start pulling him towards the
No, that's not what I am asking for. Thank you.
Well,
He
we're
will
here. We
resist.
gotta go.
He will
Time is a
resist.
tick.
Yeah, Lena's following on behind them as well.
And I'm sure the rest of the party, with at least the rest of them that I'm currently running, are also heading off after you.
Because everyone got priority readjustment except Vias.
Vias
Rip
is the only one
Vias.
that's good. Oh my god. And Mercy, because technically she's also him,
Rip
kind of.
Vias being sane. Also, good thing that Susanna failed that, because she would have shot.
Oh my
Come
god.
morning, she
shit.
would have shot people. It was in my plan.
Oh my god.
So what was Susanna's plan to try and
I'll tell you
We're
later.
deal
I'll
with
explain
it?
that in detail later.
Can we finish this up
Yeah.
real quick so we can
Sorry.
let people sleep?
I thought
No, it's all right. No, you start heading towards the city, and as you get closer, you can see the glittering pieces in the walls are like pieces of precious metal that have been like stuck together, hard iron and brass, that are reinforcing this strong stone structure. And as you're halfway across the clearing, you hear almost a warning guttural noise, and you turn and you see, lurking in the trees, a serpentine lizard-like figure, green scales shining in the sun where the canopy is starting to break, large, much larger than anything you've probably ever seen before. the feet themselves are larger than Vias.
That's a good measurement.
The long claws off of them, the tail whipping back and forth, as out from the grouping of trees comes the snarling head, lips pulled back so you can see the sharp teeth of a green dragon.
No.
Oh, damn.
Probably shouldn't have expected that. Probably
And
shouldn't have
that's where
expected
we're
that,
gonna
TBH.
stop.
It's a fucking dragon. Cool.
Yum.
And then hit my calendar and make sure I'm available next
I'm
Friday.
just gonna write green dragon.
I am.
Question mark, question mark.
Ren, you won't be here next weekend, right?
I might be. Well, that's Saturday.
I
But
actually
Friday I
wanted to
might
talk
be, I
to
don't
you
know.
guys about possibly
We're gonna-
scheduling because my currently Thursday night game is having to reschedule, and the only day that seems to work consistently for everyone is Friday night. So I was wondering if we could maybe do this one fortnightly, so that I can do my other game on the Friday night we don't play.
Well, I'm fine with an every other weekend or week Friday thing,
Yeah.
but I mean, we should probably consider that in
Yeah,
chat
Yeah, that can be like a
Oscar-
text discussion so everyone can
Yeah.
so we can ping people for it.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers, I have been trailing a dragon after you for 2 hours.
Yeah.
For 2
I know,
hours.
I know,
Shit.
but Diona had no reason to know. I knew what we were dealing with.
Joe,
I
you're not special
suspected.
just because you're dating the.
Well, I mean, yes, but also,
You're not
Jungle
special.
up. PK.
Okay,
Tell the
I
way
am
is set
not
up that
recording.
there is a half of the